So yes, you can have a person growing up and the people around them, their spirits weren't healthy, their minds weren't healthy. They didn't live in a way that was healthy to their bodies, their lives. They didn't have dreams and aspirations. And so if you grew up like that and it was extreme and you felt really unsupported, you can end up living as an unhappy child for the rest of your life. But if you have some kind of capacity to reason, or you can tap into some of the resources you have, then you won't be unhappy. You just will be avoiding unhappiness. You'll be in your relief, safety and excitement. You'll be trying to avoid feeling bad. Let me just keep this job because without it I won't have money and I'll be in trouble. Let me just keep this marriage because without him, what am I going to do? Who's going to look after me? Relief, safety, excitement. But we want to grow from there to people who are connected, joy, joyfulness, enjoyment, who feel free, and freely express themselves and freely apply themselves and freely connect with the people they want to connect and freely make choices that support satisfaction in the world. They become aware of who they value and what they value and what's good for them. You understand? This is what's possible for us. I'm doing it. And I'm continuing on this path. So we looked last month at value, the importance of recognizing what you have and what you can have, and how having what you have, the benefit of it, and having what you can have and the benefit of it, the valuing. See, you can actually acknowledge and accept what you have that has benefit and value to you. You can recognize you have God. He's taking care of you, taking care of everything for you, handling everything for you. Today's post that I just posted earlier, that people who are trying to survive, they're trying to take care of themselves. It would be better if they recognize that God is taking care of us all, and they be caring to themselves and be contributing to themselves. You can't take care of yourself. You can't take care of anybody. Nobody can take care. You're already taken care of. If you can see that you have that breakthrough from that avoiding feeling bad child to actually feeling good, you feel that freedom within you, the joy of being yourself, and the joy of you allow yourself to be who you are. You experience being allowed in life. It feels great. The joy, the joyfulness, the enjoyable application, the fun, the play. That's how you know you're an adult. And you're happy. And you're happy that you can apply yourself, benefiting yourself. You recognize not only is well-being a natural state of good feeling. It's got nothing to do with you or anybody else. It's got to do with God. And that we all are caused to be, and we all are continued in our being. How wonderful. And when you feel that kind of freedom and happiness, you're not relief, safety and excitement seeking. You're not fearing something bad is going to happen to you, that you need to do something, you need somebody, you're unworthy, all that lies that your mind has, you release all that. You can attend to the child in you instead of living as the child in you. Can we write that down, please? That you can attend to the child in you rather than living as the child. You can be with the child rather than live as a child. You can do this. Only you can do this. This is work only you can do. This is what it means to become self-nurturing, self-attending, self-caring, self-relating. You can be interested in you and how you feel. All the stories and lies and emotions that you carried, you can release them. And you can know that you're not taking care of yourself, you're not taking care of anybody else. Nobody needs to take care of you. That God is taking care of us all. and you can feel that healthy, natural dependency on God, rather than denying God and denying that God has created the world supportive of us. You don't have to live unconsciously and subconsciously. You don't have to deny God and His gifts to us. You understand? You can recognize the value that God is to you, be aware as an adult and experience as an adult that value, the joy. As an adult, you can feel that adult joy with God. If you want to. If you don't want to, if you still want to deny God and remain insecure, threatened, vulnerable, if you want to remain unaware of God, living as a denier, as a child, you don't know God, right? As a child, you don't know what God has given you. Your mind is not developed like that. And you can spend the rest of your life like that. And as a child who never felt that caring and freedom and support and the joy, you don't have to continue to not feel that. That, like the sun shines and supports life on earth, you can connect with the love of God and experience spiritual growth. Can we write that one down too? Connect with the love of God and experience spiritual growth. Spiritual growth is a function of connecting with of God awareness, right? It's like how trees grow because of the support of the sun. Trees grow. You will grow personally when you realize the love of God. Like, imagine God is like this energy, nurturing, nourishing, and you become aware of it. And like how the plant grows in sunlight, you can grow in the light of God, in God light. Get what I mean? You don't have to live in child mentality, unaware of God and the God light. You don't have to. You as an adult can become aware of the God light and let that God light, raise your vibration. And you can show up as a joyful person. You can let go of that guilt, that shame, that unworthiness, that neediness. Why? Why do you want to live and die denying God? You can, this is what's possible for you. The unconditional valuing of God, the value, the absolutely valuable nature of God. You can become aware and experience the well-being that, I'm okay, you're okay, we're all okay, because there's only God, we're the creation of God in the care of God. We've always been, we are now, will always be in the care of God. He has caused us, He continues us, He cares for us, He considers us, He champions us, He cherishes us. We can't do any of that for us. We don't have that power. God alone is doing everything significant. We can do nothing significant. Nothing significant. We can be caring to ourselves, but we can't do anything significant in the sense of like taking care of ourselves and each other. See, as an adult, you'll stop. You'll reflect on what I'm saying to you, and you'll say, oh my God, my whole life I was being needy, co-needy, anti-needy. So you're avoiding feeling bad, controlled by, the mind virus. You can experience ease, you can experience natural good feelings, flow. You can experience being pleased, havingness. You can experience the peace, the expansion, the connection with God. How wonderful. And you can feel that connection with your mind and yourself, your spirit, your body, your life, your past self, your future self, your afterlife. You can become aware and you can connect. You know what I mean? You can allow yourself and be relating to yourself in an allowing way, in an accepting way, in an appreciating way. You can let love, God's love, reach you, His compassion reach you. You can stop judging yourself and judging other people. You can recognize we're all innocent. Even though we are in error and we make mistakes, we're innocent. Making mistakes, being in error, doesn't mean you should be ashamed of yourself or you've done wrong. There's no judgment. It is an error and there are consequences for error. But that doesn't mean there's something wrong with you. It just means you are in error. That's all. And it means you can correct yourself. You don't have to take it personally. You don't have to shame yourself. You don't have to blame yourself. You don't have to make yourself feel bad. Adults have a lot of fun, right? because they're not in the child's mind and carrying all these heavy burdens. Adults are free, and they're free to experience joy no matter what is going on in the world. No matter what is happening in the world, an adult is in a state of joy. Or they can get back to joy. They can feel their relationship with their Creator, and they can be grateful to God no matter what. They can, worship God, praise God, trust God, thank God. They can invoke God no matter what's happening in the world, because God is before this world, and we can focus on God rather than this world. This is the releasing of that trance. See, satanic trances. You can release the satanic trances and live in a state of well-being. No matter what's going on in the world, you can feel a connection, a strength within you. No matter what is going on in the world, you can experience being secure. Do you know that? You can feel a state of balance no matter what is going on in the world. There are people. I was giving the teaching in the ASL earlier this month, and I was explaining that you don't have to live as a poor person. You can live as a broke person, but you don't have to live as a poor person. If you don't have money, you don't have to be poor. The fact that you don't have money doesn't mean that you are poor. If you are insecure and you don't have money, then you are poor. You become very needy on money to feel okay. But if you are secure, you have God while you don't have money. You can feel your connection with God even though you don't have money. And you can realize God has more value to you than money. God has more value to you than money. See, if it's an adult, you can see that. As a child, you can't see that. It's going to be bad without money. I need the money. As a child, you're just compulsive. You're just trying to avoid something bad happening. But as an adult, you know nothing bad can happen to you, nothing bad ever happened to you, nothing bad will ever happen. You're the one who turned your back towards God. You're the one who's unaware, non-experiencing. If there's anything bad that's happening, is that you are unaware that you're okay, that everything is okay. You see, you can develop yourself spiritually if you want to. Or you can continue living your life in that second category, avoiding being unhappy, controlled by relief, safety, and excitement. It's your choice. It's up to you. You know what I mean? So we're talking about how important security is. How important security is. That without money, you have God. Can you feel that? Now a lot of people are like, God, please, I need that money. Help me, I'm so worried. You have God. Understand what you're worried about. Your ideas of God are not God. You know what I mean? So a secure person who's really aware of God, they are truly aware of God. A secure person is really aware of God. They truly aware of God. A secure person. They're secure. They feel good. That's got nothing to do with this world. They're in a state of well-being. They know what they have with God, God's favors. They can experience ease. They can experience being pleased. They can feel good. Even though they might be dissatisfied without the money, they can experience the energy of ease. They can experience being free. They can experience peace. They can experience joy. They allow themselves to experience being pleased. They're grateful. They can feel good. They can flow energy. They can experience the connection even though they don't have money. You are poor when you can't experience the connection if you don't have money. In fact, if you have money, you're still not experiencing the connection. You know what I mean? It's just a false sense of, oh, I have something. It's addiction to money. Now the same can be said to a person, and the same can be said about a person. The same can be said about, not just about money, but about a person, and even a job. So let's talk about the other two things, or anything in particular. If you don't have a friend, and you say, I'm friend poor. If you don't have money, you're saying, I'm friend money poor. If you don't have a job, you say, I'm job poor. If you don't have anything you want, that you might say, I'm clothing poor. I love that jacket. I'm that new car poor. If you look at something and you say, oh no, without it I'm, if you need your marriage to be a certain way and it's not, and you say, oh, without it I'm poor. That means you're insecure. You get what I mean? You don't need anything or anybody to feel okay. You're already okay in the care of God. Ask me in a TBR class, I'll explain it to you if you still don't get it. You can experience the connection with God. God is prior to this world. You don't have to live in a satanic trance. You can feel good no matter what. You can experience ease, expansion, peace, being pleased, joy, innocence, freedom, okayness, security, assurance, reassurance. You can feel good now. Natural good feelings now. If you can feel good without that job, you're not job poor, you're job broke. And a lot of people are like, oh my God, I need a job. You know what I mean? They're job poor. You can be job broke. I don't have a job now, but I'm still secure without a job. No, I need a job to be secure. You can come from being secure, and instead of looking for a job to be secure. Same with a spouse. You can say, I don't have a spouse at this point, but I'm not spouse poor. I'm spouse broke. I'm secure without a spouse. It's just that I don't have this level of happiness. With a job, I'll be happier. With a husband or wife, I'll be happier. With money, I'll be happier. See, but a lot of people say, I can't be happy without the job, without the money, without the husband, without the wife, without that new car, without this being different. You know, they're poor. They're poor. You want to be poor? Be poor. Or you can just be broke. Basically, you can move from insecurity to security. You can establish a relationship with your Creator. You can, if you want to, establish a relationship with your Creator in life. Security. This is connection. Remember, first month, second month, January, February, in the UB, and now this month, we're speaking about connection. Connection. Expansion. I was telling you about connection with your parents, connection with a teacher, or connection with friends or a buddy. I was telling you about connection with people from your childhood, or people from your current life, or from people you're yet going to meet, your future spouses and all that. Connection. You can connect with people. From your past, your present, your future, you can connect. You can open up and have these relationships that allow you to feel good in different areas of your life. So if you're feeling good, if you're secure, you can support the flow. You can support the joy. Get what I mean? You can really, really feel good. Naturally. Security. Is this meaningful to anybody? Are you understanding the secrets of the universe? Are you understanding the secrets that are priceless, that can change everything for you, that can take you to a different level of consciousness? The people who say, I don't have a job, I need a job, they'll never ever have job satisfaction. I wonder if they'll ever have a job. The people who say, I need a husband, they'll never have a husband, or if they have a husband, they'll never have satisfaction, spousal satisfaction. The people who say, I need money, they will never experience having an abundance of money, and even if they do, they'll never be satisfied. You'll live a very depressed life if you don't know God. Those who fail to remember God, theirs will be a depressed life, according to Scripture. So, we're talking about relationships, valuing, connection, that inner worldly success, that happiness, and that outer worldly success, that happiness, that it's not about people, things, and experiences. It's what they are for. You see? What are the people, things? Like people is, I want a husband, I want a wife, somebody might say. Things, I want money, I want a new car, I want that jacket, whatever. People, things, and experiences. I want a job. I want to be making a contribution, and so I want my business to flourish. I want to do better in my business. Experiences. It's not about somebody or something in the world of form. It is about feeling. It's about feeling. Feeling, inner feeling of what I will call happy with God, happy with myself, and happy that there's people, things, and experiences in the world. And happy will I be with them as I have them. See? It's all about feeling good. So if you are in that underdeveloped child, that conditioned child, you grew up, but you didn't get that support to flourish and really grow up. And you're still living as a conditioned child. You can grow up. You can really go beyond relief, safety, and excitement seeking. You can go beyond inferiority, superiority. You can go beyond addiction. You can go beyond compulsion. You can grow beyond obsessions, You can grow beyond all that. You can grow beyond having an identity, persona, masks. You can grow beyond. You can grow beyond idealized identity. The first one was, before that was an image. You show people an image, a mask, a persona. All that you can let it go. You can go beyond an idealized identity, who I'm supposed to be and how I'm supposed to live. What an idealized identity, idealized reality. You can grow beyond that. You can. You must want that. If you want that, you'll have it. You must have an intention. If you're just worshipping Satan in the underdeveloped child and you're passing your days, you're missing out on connection. Firstly with God, and then with yourself. See, you today as an adult, with the support I'm giving you, you can, if you want to, experience the connection with God, the multi-dimensional, fourth density experience of life. Meaning you can be aware of God as an adult, not as a child with ideas in your head, all the indoctrinations and dogmas and rituals and all that. You can actually have a real life experience of God consciousness. Expansion. That flow, that ease. You can feel that level of feeling supported. See, some of us grew up, we didn't feel supported by our parents. We felt unsupported. And some of us felt our parents took from us, we had to support them. Or we had to support other people when we weren't supported. Without us getting support, we had to give to others. Some of us never got support, and so we had to give to ourselves. And we're maintaining these patterns. We are maintaining these patterns. Are you with me? You can break through the patterns of feeling unsupported as a child. And you, through the support that you're getting from me, can reconnect with God and experience the support of God. That is support, full caps. S-U-P-P-O-R-T, all capital letters, full caps. The support of God. With the support of God, you will be free to be supportive of yourself. Support, first letter S capital, the rest of it is lowercase. You can be to yourself supportive. You can have a relationship with you as an adult. You can develop your mind and reasoning. You can develop your body and health. And you can develop your spirit. You can develop your life, areas of your life. You can play a beneficial role in your life. You can. See, from joy, from freedom, freely expressing yourself, joyfully expressing yourself, enjoying applying yourself. You can happily apply yourself. You can break through to selffulness. You can't break through to selffulness if you haven't broken through to security. If you don't feel that innocence, that peace, that joy with God, that love, if you don't feel taken care of, everything is taken care of for you, everything is done for you, if you don't realize you're taken care of, everybody's taken care, if you don't recognize you're okay, everything is okay, if you don't realize the unconditionally gifting nature of God, it had nothing to do with you. You didn't make God, and you didn't make God love you, and you didn't make God give you, but there is God, the all-loving, who has given you freely. You are just to recognize it. The child might think, I have to earn God's love, I can get God to like me, I will keep a fast. Keep a fast for your development of your own spiritual strength. That's what I do. But it's not like a deity worship thing that I'm trying to get God to not be angry with me. I'm trying to get God to like me. Like how people are in the world. They want the approval, of somebody. Now they project this out onto God. I want the approval of God. I'm afraid of the disapproval of God. God is beyond approval and disapproval. God is unique. And His love for you is unique. If you would only allow yourself to be aware of the love of God and His support, you would feel great joy. First you must look at what's your stories, your conditioned child when you were growing up. What did they tell you about God? What were your beliefs about God? How did you feel when they told you all these kind of things? And then you can begin to realize these are ideas of a child that I've been living and I continue to live. What is the deeper liberating truth? And you can break through into spiritual joy. You can break through into freedom, break through into being allowed, being loved, being supported, being cared for unconditionally. You can break through to nothing is needed from me. I don't need to do anything. That's when you feel that freedom that you choose. I choose to express myself joyfully. I choose to apply myself enjoyably. I choose to value things that are supportive of enjoyment. I choose. If you are living your life and you're not choosing to worship God and choosing to praise God and choosing to trust in God and choosing to thank God, if you're not choosing to invoke the forgiveness, protection of God, if you're not choosing to invoke the forwarding, the progression of God of you, if you're not choosing to invoke the fulfillment of your dreams and aspirations with God prospering you, if you're not choosing, that means you're a beggar, you're a needy beggar. You get what I mean? The person who is without money, who is broke, who is secure, but not poor, they can choose to be inspired by the happy earnest that money is going to bring to them, or a job is going to support them in, or a person who's going to support. They can be inspired and they can be enthused. They can be inspired and enthused. Get what I mean? You can be happy now. What's stopping you from experiencing being free, spiritual joy, being loved, being supported? God is taking care of you, taking care of everything for you. What are you denying? Which of the favors of your Lord are you denying? What about are you denying God? Which of His favors are you denying? What's your story in that child conditioned mind? So that you can see this is how I am in a breakdown, and you can begin to see, well, what is really true that I didn't feel that I can feel now? What am I feeling that because I didn't get that love of God, like the tree that doesn't get sunlight, it wilts. A plant that your spirit has wilted into guilt and fear and unworthiness and ingratitude. Your spirit has wilted because you didn't connect with the love of God. People around you didn't connect to the love of God. But now you can connect to the love of God and have your spirit be raised in vibe. You can be spiritually healthy. You can feel the joy. You can break through to spiritual joy, from the child to the adult, becoming really aware and experiencing God consciousness and realizing what's going on here. You can have that breakthrough. You can break through from that insecure to secure, from being poor without money to being secure without money to being happy without money, but looking at money as a support for your happiness. You can be, instead of broke without a husband or a job or money, you can be just, instead of being poor without a husband, money or a job or things of this world or an experience that you might feel you want, you can feel secure with God as no longer being a conditioned child. You can feel happy with God. You can feel good, happy with God, and you can be happy that I'm here for me and I can be caring for me. Money not only is no substitute for God, a husband or wife is no substitute for God, a job is no substitute for God. The things that you have been, images that you have projected for people's approval is no substitute for God's caring for you. The addictions and compulsions and obsessions that you carry on as a child, fearful child, they are no substitute for God's love for you. You can let all that go and show up as an adult. You can address it if you want to. You can claim refuge with God from Satan the accursed. You can go beyond living lost in a trance. You don't have to be in the fallen trance. You don't have to be living forgetting God and continue to live and die forgetting God. You don't have to live insecure. If you feel secure, then you're no longer without the people, things, and experiences of this world poor. You're not needing it to feel happy. You're already happy with God, and you're already happy that God has given you an ability to be caring to you. That I told you, money can't replace God, but money can't replace also, after God's caring for you, you're caring. You can have all the money in the world, but if you're not caring for you, you're self-abandoning. You can have a husband or a wife. They not only don't replace God, they don't replace your caring for you. Nobody else's caring is going to substitute your caring for you, your valuing of yourself, your being interested in you and what's good for you. No amount of money is going to be interested in you and what's best for you and dream for you. No partner, husband, wife, anybody is going to dream for you and support you feeling the best feelings you can feel. So it's not only money, it's not only a job, it's not only people, things, and experiences that not a substitute, not a substitute for God, but not a substitute for you caring for you. You are the one. You are the one. You. See? So when you start realizing I have God, all full caps, support, I'm connected, I'm feeling that expansion, I'm feeling that flow. Wow, wow, wow. It feels so good. But I got no money. Still feels great. But I got, no husband or wife. Still feels great to connect with God. I'm just not entirely satisfied, but I'm entirely secure. I don't have money, I don't have a partner, I don't have a job, but I am in the flow. I'm feeling the connection with God. You see, this is the liberation that believers, true believers, not hypocrites and people who say they believe but they don't, and people with ideas. I'm talking about real believers, verily in the remembrance of God, heart's experience is shown. So a real believer is aware that they have God, and God is sufficient for them. That nobody and nothing created is a substitute for God. You see? It's not an idea in your head that you have. You have God, the one universal, benevolent, beneficent, compassionate, loving, all-powerful intelligence is with you and for you in this moment, is aware of you, has given you potentials and possibilities, breathed His Spirit into you. You're short of nothing. Everything you require, everything you desire is provided by God. God is all-providing. He will never withhold from anybody. People withhold from themselves because they withhold the love of God from them. They're still living as children. They don't want to grow up. They want to live like everybody else, fit in with the people that are insecure. So you can actually have that flow. You build that relationship with God. You experience that connection. It's a real, tangible, multidimensional feeling. I'm going to talk about that shortly. But you experience this expansion, this flow, multidimensionally, beyond the body-mind, beyond the phantom self. And that's when you can be interested in you. A lot of people are more interested in money than they're interested in themselves. You know what I mean? They're more interested in a job than they are interested in themselves. They're more interested in experiences in the world. They're more interested in people, things, and experiences than they're interested in God. Now, you must be interested in people, things, and experiences, but secondarily, the inner success, the inner worldly success is first. Then the outer worldly success. See? Prosperity, success. We're talking, this teaching that I'm teaching you here is about success. Inner worldly success is about connection. The value of God, that God is to you. You recognizing the benefit of that. You receiving it. You appreciating it. Unconditionally loved, supported. Nothing I need to do. I can choose to do. What do I choose to do? I choose to use my God-given ability to be caring to me. I'm more interested in care. First is the caring of God and operating with God in a way that benefits me further. Then I'm more interested in benefiting myself. But the people are like, I need that job. I'm looking for a job. I need that husband. I need that wife. I need that, money. They will suffer in this world through their death and beyond because they don't understand the importance of connection. the importance of flow, the importance of inner good feeling, the expanded feeling states, how people and things in your life can support you, different relationships can support you in feeling good. You know what I mean? There are people, as I said, without money, they don't feel secure. Without money, they can't enjoy themselves. They can't enjoy their lives. They can't feel secure, and that spiritual joy, they don't feel it. They don't feel grateful. There are people with money, jobs, husbands and wives, right? They don't feel the joy. It's just, I don't have this, I need more of that. They're needy or greedy. They don't feel the joy. Joy has got nothing to do with money, how much you have or how little you have. Money is all about satisfaction. It's not about security. So you can have all the money and all the job and all the people and all the everything in the world, the forms. But you won't feel the vibration of spiritual joy. And you won't feel the vibration of your true self. You won't feel your expression and your enjoyment. You won't really be yourself. You won't really be yourself, enjoying being yourself. There are people who have money but they don't enjoy being themselves. They don't enjoy being playful. They don't enjoy having fun. They don't enjoy hobbies and things that they love. There's no enjoyment of themselves in life. They have all the money in the world. I'm not saying don't have the money, but I'm just saying put this first. Happiness with God, happiness with yourself. There is, people who have husbands and wives and all that, and they have children, but it's not a substitute for their caring for themselves, the joy within. They're like, oh, my children must do well at school, then I feel good. My children mustn't embarrass me. My job is going to make me. My children are going to make me. If my children are well, then I'm well. If my children are, a pride of my eye, then I'm happy. They live vice. It's a term. Vicariously. They live vicariously. They are people. They don't know God and joy. They might be very religious, right? They might be deep in an identity. I'm busy thinking this, obsessing about God, compulsively doing these actions, addicted to these behaviors and this and that. Their hearts are diseased. There's no good feeling there. They're not adults. They're not using reasoning. They haven't stepped into their adult power. This is what the UB teaching is about, our adult power. They haven't stepped into adult power. They haven't. They're still underdeveloped, grown-up children. And they're playing house. And they could be running the country or being big leaders, big shot leaders in society. Still not adults. They could have big businesses. They could be professionals. They're still not adults. They're still underdeveloped. You get what I mean? You don't have to live like them unless you insist. There's an opportunity while you're alive. Satan will tell you, don't listen to this man. Carry on, you do so great. That money is no substitute for God's caring for you. There's no substitute for God's caring for you. That money is no substitute for your own caring for you. For your own being interested in you and how you feel and how your mind feels and your body feels and your life feels and areas of your life. You might not be interested in you and how you feel and how your life feels. No amount of money. But people are like, as long as I got the money, then I'm not suffering. As long as I got a husband, then I'm not suffering. I want the money to avoid suffering. I want the money, I want the husband, the wife to avoid suffering. I want the job to avoid suffering. That is living lost, right? That's highly compulsive. That is underdeveloped. That's spiritually disempowered. That's like somebody who's needy. I need that husband. I need that wife. I need that job. I need that money. You're needy. Or no amount of husband gives you this, wife gives you that. Everything you have. Still unhappy? I want more. I want more. I need more. Now I got what I need, but I need more of what I need. Never enough, right? So you know people like that? Have you been like that? I've been like that. Are you like that? I was like that. Not feeling good, not being grateful, always in your head got a story about something. Needy. Oh, I'm so unhappy because of my past. I'm so unhappy about this person. The only reason why you're unhappy is that you're underdeveloped. That's it. That means you don't know you're okay and everything is okay. Let me write that down. The only reason you're unhappy is that you're underdeveloped. If you're spiritually developed, psychologically developed, experientially developed, if you're into peace consciousness, power consciousness, and prosperity consciousness, there's natural good feeling with God. There's a natural good feeling you have about you and your life, and you happily apply yourself every day. There's a spiritual joy with God. There's an unconditional okayness that's got nothing to do with you and the world. You're aware, you're experiencing, you're expressing, you're applying yourself. That power to progress. You feel for you. You want good things for you. How many of you really want good things for you? Or you are self-abandoning, it's typical. Or you really are self-betraying, or you are self-depriving. How many of you really want what's good for you? You know, most of us are masochistic. You know, we don't spend money on ourselves. We won't even spend attention on ourselves, leaves money. We won't be interested in having fun, party for one, right? We won't even have fun every day by ourselves. We won't even do that, even if it doesn't cost us money. We've got no time, no attention, no energy for ourselves and how we feel. Think about it. That's masochistic. No? Sadist, when you're sadistic, you find pleasure in other people's pain. Masochistic is when you inflict pain upon yourself. You get pleasure. Sick, twisted, perverted pleasure to make yourself miserable. Some people love being miserable. I'm unhappy. I'm unhappy. This person, that person, this thing, no job, no money, no husband, no wife, she's not pleasing me, he's not good enough, I need more. See, you can, if you want to, feel good with God. Break through into spiritual joy. From there, you can break through into joyful expression, enjoyable experiencing, you joyful applying yourself, you interest in how you feel and what you want for you and what you can have for you. That takes us into the third power center. You know what the third power center is? Prosperity consciousness, where you can become happy with, you can become happy with people, things, and experiences in the world, even before you have it. You see, if you're happy with God and you're happy with yourself, full capitals happy with God, lowercase happy, capital H with yourself, then you can be happy with the world. If you're feeling this connection with God and this flow, with God, you can feel connected with yourself. And you can actually feel happy in your life as you care for your mind, your body, your life, connecting with the people who support you with your mind. You get, follow somebody or something who's teaching you about your mind, your body, your life, your spirit, like you hear. You can enjoy learning like this. Anybody here having fun learning? Or is it bothering you, stressing you? I'm having a lot of fun learning. It's like learning to be at ease, learning to feel good, learning to enjoy myself, learning to get out of the head and the stories of repeating patterns of childhood and feeling with God and feeling with yourself and feeling with your life and saying, I might not have that job now. I'm job broke, but I'm secure with God. I have the caring of God and I have my own caring. I feel good with God and I feel good with me. Without the job, I still feel good. That job is no substitute. That job is no substitute for my good feeling with God and my good feeling with me. But that job can assist me in feeling better in the world if it's reflective of who I am, there's meaning, there's purpose, I get to contribute in some way. I can do that, and that can add to my happiness in life. Same thing with money. I don't need the money to feel secure. I am secure with God. I don't need the money to be self-full. I feel good. I'm happy. I don't need the money to feel happy, basically. I am already happy. But with the money, I'll be happier. I don't need a husband and wife, husband or wife, or children. I'm happy without them. But with them, woohoo, it's even better. You can't just say broke people feel okay, stable, they secure, they grounded, they receive God's caring, they're caring for themselves while they don't have the job, the money, the husband, the wife, the experiences and so on. They're still happy. They're flowing energy. They're not needy. A lot of people, because they don't have a job now, they feel unworthy. They don't know God created them worthy. They feel like, oh, if I have a job, I've got money, I'm somebody. You're worthy. A secure person without a job, husband, and without money still feels worthy. A secure person without a job, husband, wife, money, they still feel non-needy. See? They can handle dissatisfaction. Insecure people can't handle dissatisfaction. They lose it. They're controlled by dissatisfaction and try to control the dissatisfaction. They feel desperate. They start reacting. They made bad situations worse. That lack that they're coming from just continues. And if you do get a job, it doesn't last because you didn't put your heart in it. You didn't feel happy with it. Because the job can't make you happy. You realize the job can't make you happy. You realize the husband can't make you happy. The wife can't make you happy. You realize things and people and experiences can't make you happy. But you're already happy with God and you're happy with you. And you are happy about the kind of job, the kind of husband or wife, the kind of money you want. You are the one, not looking for where's that job out there in the world. Where's that money out there in the world? Where's that man or woman out? You, it's all happening within you. I want you to learn. Are you learning? There's no outside world there that can make you feel anything. That's when people are worshipping Satan, they get lost there. You now, without anybody or anything changing, you can feel happy with God, happy with yourself, and you can be happy. Thank you, God, for putting into the world people, things, and experiences that I can value. That I can value. And you can start valuing it now. I'm looking forward, inspired to have a job where it's suiting me, serving me. The things I like about my job will be this. I get to express myself, what I like, what I enjoy. Not, I just need that job for that money. Not this man, if I'm married, at least nobody will laugh at me. I'm not married. Everybody's thinking I'm not married. You're still worthy when you don't have a husband or wife. You're still not needy. You have God. God's loving you. You can be caring to yourself without a man or a woman as a spouse. You can, from happiness, you can say, what kind of a partner would I want? What kind of a partner that's going to make me happier? What kind of money? How much money is going to make me happier? How is money going to make me happier? Not money is going to make me happy. Without money, I'm unhappy. See? No. Without money, I'm happy. With money, I'm going to be happier. Without a husband or wife, I'm happy. With a husband or a wife, I'm going to be happier. How? Without a job, I'm happy. With a job, I'm happy. Now, when you start seeing it like that, and you're inspired, and you're fired up about it, that's a prayer. You're focusing on what you want, and you're focusing from what you want, and you are already in that happiness. You're already in that happiness, in consciousness, all happening within you. It's all feeling connected to God, feeling connected to yourself, your mind, your body, your spirit, your life, feeling connected to areas of your life, feeling connected to the people, things, and experiences that already exist in the world. We value them without making them valuable. You value a job without making it valuable. You value a husband or wife without making them valuable. You value money without making it valuable. The moment you make a job, husband, wife, children, well, the Quran says, neither will your wealth nor your children avail you. Right? Neither will your money or neither will your wealth or your children avail you. Except those who bring to God a purified heart. You see? What it means is that our lives are not to center around our family. It's to center around God. Not in the world, on God, multidimensionally, feeling-wise. It's not around money, jobs, people, things, and experiences. Those who get up in the morning and they go to work, they're worshipping money. They're worshipping their job. They're controlled by their husbands and wives. They're worshipping family or they're worshipping spouses. They're not free. You can freely, when you're with God and you're with you can freely be caring and give service at work, like how I'm giving service here to you. You can freely care for a husband, a wife. You can freely care for your children from being a believer. You can freely receive money as a believer, valuing the money, appreciating the money, enjoying receiving it, enjoying having it, receiving, spending. So this is about prosperity consciousness, right? And peace consciousness is from within, and the power to progress consciousness is from within, and prosperity consciousness is from within, and from this, paradise consciousness, from this in this world to paradise consciousness in the world beyond. Just by doing this shift, just by Iman, Amal, a life Tayyibun, just by spiritually developing yourself, personally developing yourself, and interpersonally and interthingally, or prosperity development, developing a peace consciousness, a power consciousness, and a prosperity consciousness. When you do that, Iman, Amal, a life Tayyibun, the Quran says whether you're a man or a woman, if you have faith in your heart and you conduct yourself honorably, then there is for you a wholesome life and a blissful return to paradise. How cool is that? How really cool is that? So this is what I'm saying to you. Are you getting it? From the first month I told you, the most important things are relationships. And of all the relationships, the most important relationship is the relationship you have with God. And you can't have that relationship with God until you get educated, spiritual education. This is what you're here for. If you remain the conditioned child with ideas about God, you're carrying that guilt and that fear and that shame and that neediness, you're going to not be broke in situations without people, things and experiences. You're going to be poor. You're going to be like so controlled by not having things. You're going to try and have things. You're going to be compulsive. You're not going to be free and freely feel good and flow that energy and focus that energy and attract those people, things and experience. Your magnetics are going to be off. And you're not going to draw into your life people, things, and experiences that are supportive. If you don't know you're taken care of, that everybody's taken care of. If you don't feel it, that you have no power, nobody has any power. We're all created beings. What power can we have? We couldn't cause ourselves to exist. That there's only one power and we are in its care. If you deny the one power and its caring nature, because you're growing up trying to get your parents' approval and fearing disapproval and trying to please these people and those people, fearing judgment and all that. You didn't become an adult person. You don't know how deeply loved you are, and given creation of God you are, blessed and better. You don't know. So that's why you come here and you get this education where we can have a breakthrough, a spiritual breakthrough into peace consciousness. And when you break through into peace consciousness, you feel free. And you're not controlled, and you're not trying to control. You can choose. Then you choose. You choose to be caring to your mind, your body, your spirit, yourself, your life, your future life, whatever it is, your afterlife. You choose to be caring. You become interested in you and how you feel. How many of you growing up really felt your parents were interested in you and how you felt? I'm not talking about that you felt full after eating a meal. I think all of us here might say that our parents put food on the table one way or another. They wanted to feed us food. But feed our soul is another story. How many of you here can tell me that when you were growing up, you really felt like your family wanted you to enjoy yourself and enjoy your life, and they supported you in feeling free and self-determined? How many of you? Can you tell me? There's so many of you here. Any one of you, if you did, when you were growing up, did you ever feel the caring of anybody? So much so that you felt allowed, and you felt that you could express yourself, and they heard you, and they responded to you, and they exposed you to the world in a safe, protected way, and they allowed you to develop yourself and enjoy the life of this world, supporting you to develop yourself further to enjoy the life of the afterworld. Not one person has gave me an indication. And I doubt that your parents had ever had that experience, and I doubt that anybody you know has had that experience. But guess what? We can break through that. We are the ones here. We are here for that reason, to reparent ourselves. We are here to give us what our parents couldn't give us, that others couldn't give us. We are here to liberate us with truth and feel free, so that we can choose, that we can happily choose happiness, and we can happily choose happierness. You get what I mean? We can feel that security and choose happiness and live happily. How many of you, any of you tapping into the energy of happiness? When I tell you party for one, enjoy yourself, do you want that for you? Do you allow that for you? Any of you tapping into that? Okay, got one response. 2. Are you really allowing yourself? Do you value yourself? Do you value how you feel? Are you freeing yourself from guilt, shame, neediness, and all that? Are you letting yourself enjoy, not just a role that look at me, I'm the party animal. No. I'm not talking about an image. I'm talking like from within you that I enjoy feeling good. I deserve good things. I'm comfortable with good things. I'll allow myself to have good things. I'll allow myself to have people, things, and experiences that add to my life. I don't want to live like a second-class citizen anymore. See? So when you come here, you get the education to break through. Those of you who are really sincere to break through, get the support, you break through from the conditioned childhood and adult. You have that relationship of joy with God, joyfulness with yourself, enjoying, applying yourself, expressing yourself, applying yourself, allowing yourself to enjoy life, having people, things that you can enjoy, have fun and play in life, satisfaction, fulfillment. This is the breakthrough that you are being supported in, for those of you who want to. As this adult now, you can have even better relationships with people from your past childhood and people from your present and people from your future, because you have broken through the conditioned self. You're no longer living in the phantom self. You're living as the real self. You're no longer living as an addict, child self. You're living as an adult self. You're in your true self, not in your false self. You're no longer living in like anything goes, whatever. Now you're authentic. This is what I like. This is what I enjoy. I'm so grateful. I want that. I support that. I'm inspired by having that. I attract that. I have that. God gives it to you. This flow. All the areas of your life, these relationships that you have with people, you're showing up at a higher level. You have higher level people in your life. They are supporting you. You are supporting them. How wonderful. Connection, inner worldly happiness. And then appreciating the connection, the feeling that you're going to have with other people in your life. How enjoyable that you value people because of the feeling, because it's so enjoyable to have that. You're allowing yourself to have enjoyment in life. These people, things, and experiences that you value them because they serve your expression, your ease, your enjoyment, and so on and so forth. Get what I mean? How cool is that? This is possible for you. If you will allow it, if you will support it. Inner good feeling, flowing that energy, and then connecting with other people, feeling good with them. And that's where the outer success comes in. But it's created from within through a prosperity consciousness, through I'm broke but I'm not poor. And although I can have what I want, I am inspired to have it and I energize it. I'm feeling that feeling now. All these feelings are happening within you in the multidimensional. And when you feel the valuing of what you want, and you value and appreciate, you enjoy having it, you're experiencing enjoyment with it, you value, you appreciate, you attract. It's just, once you come from that reality of I'm already feeling that level of satisfaction in my life, then your magnetics will attract, draw into your life people, things, and experiences. The prayer is answered. That's when there's outer success. But notice how you can't start off with happiness. You can't start off with money. People are saying, when I have money, I'll be successful. When I get married, I'll be successful. When I have a job, I'll be successful. Does that make sense to you? Anybody getting anything out of this? Are you realizing what is being spoken about here? That we're talking about success. What real success is. And what people think success has got to do with people, things, and experiences. That's the last part of success. And even if you have people, things, and experiences, they might not serve you in the good feeling that is prosperity and wealth. They might not be your wealth. You be with these people and you pass your days without them. You pass your days with them, but they're not life assets. They're not somebody you can feel good with in life. They're not things you can feel good. You can have money, but you might not feel good with money. You can have a job, but you might not feel good. It's not energizing. Yeah. So it all starts off from within at a feeling level, inner, worldly success, feeling. And it progresses from God, yourself, your body, your life, areas of your life, feeling good about your personal satisfaction, and then moving into interpersonal satisfaction, and then spousal satisfaction, and even with your children too. See? So get it, reflect on it, that where were you coming from? What did you think success was? What is success really? What's the role of people, things, and experiences? It's only about getting them and thinking you got it now. There's no problem. Without it is a problem. Or there is no problem. With it, it's a great pleasure. It's pleasing. It's satisfying. It's fulfilling. See how people are in the compulsive, that without it, it's a problem. We're saying, look, there's no problem without it. We want it because it's pleasing, not because without it we'll be suffering. We're not suffering. God is doing the heavy lifting here. We can care for ourselves and be interested in ourselves and what we want for us and how we want to feel in our lives, and we can really want the best for us and really show up to support us, have the best for us in terms of our lives. And then people, things, and experiences that are supportive, we can receive them into our lives. And we know how to receive it. We got the technology, how to receive in our lives. So I'm going to stop there and open the floor for sharing. And I'd like to know what is meaningful for you. What are you getting out of this? I'm going to stop the recording.